So let's say, for the sake of argument, that all of the water levels around the world rise by let's say 5 feet over the next 100 years, say 10 feet by the next 100 years, and it puts all the low-lying areas on the coast underwater, right? Which, let's say all of that happens. You think that people aren't going to just sell their homes and move?
Just one small problem. Sell their houses to who, Ben? Fucking Aquaman!
Derapy. Season 3 of 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 Derapy. It's season.
I've been meaning to press you on this Ben Shapiro thing for a while because you told me I should check him out sometime. Like, how often exactly do you listen to his stuff?
Well, he puts out like 5 shows a week, and usually I catch 3 to 4 of them, sometimes 5.
3 to 4, sometimes 5. So like, how many hours of Ben Shapiro's voice are you consuming throughout the week? Like,
I mean,
that's crazy.
like the episodes are like 40 to 50 minutes, and there's like a ton of ads, so I skip a lot. So I don't know, 40, 30, I don't know, like maybe 3 hours or something.
Okay. All right. Today I'm going to be presenting the argument against Ben Shapiro on behalf of not just like Americans generally, but like black people.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's hear it.
Okay. Exhibit A.
3 elements to music. There is harmony, there is melody, and there is rhythm. And rap only fulfills one of these, the rhythm section. That there's not a lot of melody and there's not a lot of harmony. And thus, it is basically effectively spoken rhythm. And so it's not actually a form of music, it's a form of rhythmic speaking. And thus, so beyond the subjectivity of me just not enjoying rap all that much, it's what I've said before is it's not music. So tell me why I'm wrong.
Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay. Well, I'm familiar with that clip. I've heard it before.
You've heard that before,
yes.
and you still
Well,
like him.
he did admit
All right.
that he was wrong. Like he came out and was just like, "Hey, I was just being a hater. Rap is music." He just doesn't like it.
Okay, all right. So he did admit it was wrong. All right. Well,
Yes.
we'll just have to include that then. But you understand why that's crazy, like more than anybody.
Yes. As a connoisseur of rap music, I understand why it's an absurd statement on its face, and it's not even something that he ever really even should have had to have been called out on. Like, it's a very obviously like misleading statement. But yeah, I'll include the clip.
I'm not conceding that I think rap is a good form of music or that I enjoy that form of music, but sure, rap is a form of music.
Okay, all right. Look, everybody makes mistakes.
Right. Yeah, of course.
I respect a man that's willing to admit when he's wrong, and furthermore, we'll just come out and be like, yeah, I just don't like it, but like it is a tune.
It is a tune.
But I present to you Exhibit B.
Okay.
Release of Black Panther. It is so deeply important.
Oh,
It is.
no.
We've heard it's deeply important to millions of black Americans who, after all, were not liberated from slavery 200 years ago and liberated by the civil rights movement with federal legislation and not been gradually restored to what always should have been full civil rights in the United States. I mean, none of that has mattered up till they made a Marvel movie about a superhero who is black in a country filled with black
All right.
people.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
That is the real. That's the change.
Let her
Right?
finish.
Blade was not enough. Catwoman with Halle Berry. No. Okay, Wakanda is where it is. This is the most important moment in black American history. Not Martin Luther King.
He's still
Not
going.
Frederick Douglass.
Oh, Ben.
Not the Civil War.
Ben.
Not the end of Jim Crow. None of that. Not Brown versus Board. The
He's
most
still
important thing
going.
is that Chadwick Boseman puts claws on his hands and a mask on his face
Oh my
and
God,
runs
stop.
around jumping off cars in CGI fashion.
Whenever you're ready, you can explain that. And don't cut this part out. Like don't. I want a real raw response. Just whenever you're ready, take your time.
Okay. There's really no good reason for Ben Shapiro to be hating on black people for being excited about Black Panther. I think
No good reason at all.
I'd have to watch the rest of the, like, there has to be some context here. I mean, obviously he's
think
being
he-
sarcastic. Like, he knows that that's not, like, it's not the greatest thing that's ever happened to black people. He's clearly being hyperbolic, but just
Facetious, disrespectful.
just the notion that he even feels
uncalled
like he has
for.
to just poo-poo on, you know, a really nice thing for black people. It's like, Here's the part that I really would like to break down from this clip, because he's like, Catwoman wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's not.
Blade wasn't enough. Like, what do you think? How do you explain that?
I guess
that bit?
I don't think he understands like the direction in which the Marvel Cinematic Universe was headed. It's like most of the stars of all of these movies were white.
Yeah.
And Black Panther was going to be the first time like the lead was black and all the supporting actors and actresses were black. And for
all right. So here's this thing that you do where you're like
me like I'm listening.
We used to talk about Trump or whatever, and you'd be like, everybody's saying Trump's racist, but like, what's an actual racist thing that he said, like specifically, like point me to it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if you saw it, you'd be like, yeah, that's it. Okay, that is a racist thing. Right?
Yeah.
So I think that you feel similarly about Ben Shapiro. You like, oh, he's not saying anything like bad specifically to indicate that he thinks black people are less than. But when you say things like, y'all got Catwoman, y'all got Blade, like it kind of gives off the vibe like, don't y'all like, haven't we given you niggas enough? You know, like I'm just saying, like that's just kind of how it comes off. Like I don't know how else you make it sound. So just follow me here. Right? Okay.
All right.
So the way the MCU was running, right? Iron Man, white man. Captain America, white man. Thor, white man. Guardians of the Galaxy, led by a white man.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier is about a white dude fighting a white dude. What else? Ant-Man, white man. Like Spider-Man, white man.
Okay,
like,
all right.
like,
Yeah. I get it.
Everybody in the Avengers for like a minute like was white. So
Right.
like we literally get one. And Ben Shapiro's like, damn, like y'all ain't had enough. So like that's the type of shit that's like. And with the whole rap thing, Ben came out and he was like, all right, man, I was tripping. I just don't like rap. Which,
Yeah. That's,
and then
whatever.
afterwards he was like, oh, y'all saying I'm racist, but I like jazz. Like that's some crazy shit.
He said that?
No. Yeah, we can include that. But I'm just saying like
I'll have to
there are
find
some
that.
people that
Okay.
aren't like racist, but they like, you know, they're like very unaware
They're
of
like-
like what sounds and feels and looks racist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, but like seriously though, like Ben Shapiro on the Black Panther thing, like how do you justify like that? Like what do you think he's trying to say?
Well, like when it comes to any like right wing conservative person, whatever, I don't think they're like openly out here trying to admit to their blatant racism. Maybe it's like a roundabout thing. But I don't know. I'd have to watch the full clip. Let's look at the full clip, and if there's anything that like kind of explains where this energy is coming from, then we'll include it.
All right, sounds good.
Now, you may sense that I'm mocking a little bit. The reason I'm mocking a little bit is because I hate this kind of identity politics. I think it's incredibly stupid.
Oh, it's identity politics.
I think it's incredibly stupid because, again, I grew up as an Orthodox Jewish kid where no American president has been Jewish. And no American president has been an Orthodox Jew. And yet, I grew up on 1776, essentially worshiping the founding fathers, none of whom were Jewish.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop it.
I think Ben Shapiro might just be a little bit jealous.
Yeah, I think he might be on some like Get Out type shit. Like, oh man, they're just so cool. Like, oh man, it's almost like, you know, Ben Shapiro, he might not be racist, but it's like
Maybe not. Yeah,
I don't know. It just kind of looks and feels a certain way when you see black people getting excited about something, and you're like, well, I grew up Jewish, and there's no Jewish representation. I think.
Yeah, he
I can't do his voice, but
I
think that he's just mad that, like, you know,
he's not getting any rep. Like
feels
he
like
wants.
he's in a marginalized group, and he feels like black people are getting all the shine, and it's like there's got to be a healthier way to convey that message instead of being like, don't get excited about Black Panther, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that does show kind of a, you know, it's ironic that Ben Shapiro is always talking about people being like a snowflake,
Right.
People getting their feelings hurt about things that don't really matter. And I think this is like a textbook.
It's like textbook irony.
This is textbook irony.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, there's like one more thing of his that I wanted to show you, and because I try to take your advice, and you know, like, unlike Ben Shapiro, who probably didn't listen to a lot of rap music before he decided that it wasn't music, I actually went and listened to a whole episode of the Ben Shapiro show, and it's like,
Wow.
Look, like, I kind of get the appeal, I guess. Like, he kind of draws your attention to stuff that you wouldn't know about otherwise. Right. Stuff that's going on in other parts of the country or whatever. But he did this whole bit, like, about how, about the people at the Super Bowl. And like, he was like, speaking of being a snowflake, the man is basically like crying. He's like crying about people at the Super Bowl. And you probably heard it because you listen to his shit all the time. Okay. But, well, I want to include a clip here anyways. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just let me know which one it is. Oh, he's talking about Dr. Dre's like rap sheet or something because he was at the halftime show or whatever.
And so on the stage, they had Dr. Dre, who has been accused of multiple instances of violence against women, including assault of Dee Barnes, who's convicted in 1991.
I'm going to stop it right there. That was literally 30 years ago. Guy does his homework.
Quote, people talk all this bleep, but somebody F's with me, I'm going to F with them.
That's a bar.
A woman named Michelle, who was the mother of one of his children, accused him of domestic violence.
Accused him.
Another woman named Terry B. accused Dre of assaulting her.
Literally just accused. It's a lot of
He
accusations.
was convicted in 1992 of battery of a police officer. He apparently allegedly drove drunk in 1994.
Okay. Allegedly drove drunk in 1994 and battered a police officer. Again, this is still like 30 years ago. Yeah, it's pretty far back.
He seems to have improved his life pretty dramatically, Dr. Dre, although in 2016, Suge Knight accused Dre of a kill-for-hire plot. But let's just say that these are offenses that in sort of a normal world would get you canceled these days, right?
Kiki Palmer would like to have a word.
And I feel like so many times black women say stuff and nobody gives a shit. Excuse my language. Nobody gives a fuck.
I just feel like it's super convenient for Ben Shapiro to bring up all the criminal history of like rappers, of course, at the Super Bowl, like a really big event or whatever. And, everybody watches the Super Bowl. So Ben Shapiro is forced to be subjected to a genre of music that he barely considers music. So he's like, let me talk about every bad thing that this person's ever done 30 years ago. He also went through like the rap sheet of Snoop Dogg or whatever. Like, oh my God, what are you gonna say about Snoop Dogg? Oh, it's illegal to smoke weed, by the way. Like, shut up, man. I'm just saying, he's a hater. He's a full-time hater. So what's your conclusion here? Like what's the argument? It's not even like necessarily like an argument. I'm just like, I just wanted to like bring these things to light because it's just weird to me, like as a black person, that you would choose to listen to somebody that is like clearly not like, I'm not trying to say I ain't got no like love lost or whatever for like BLM or whatever. Like I don't care, but like it just seems like Ben Shapiro is closer to being a antagonist. If there's like a spectrum of like black allies or black antagonists, it just seems like he's leaning more towards antagonist. And it's just interesting to me that you spend so much time listening to a guy that like doesn't really seem like he fucks with us, to be honest. Okay, all right, I understand your point, and thank you. I appreciate the evidence that you brought forth today, and to be honest, like I don't like if I won like an all expenses paid trip to like Florida or whatever, where Ben lives, to like have lunch or dinner with him or whatever, like I wouldn't take it. Like I don't think he'd be like a super fun guy to hang around. Not at all. No. I like some of the stories that he brings to the table, and I find some of his perspectives to be like really funny and sometimes like well researched. Right. But I think like as an overall person, like you're not like rocking with him. He doesn't always have like the brightest, most awesome things to say. And nobody would ever claim that Ben Shapiro is an ally of he's not. He's clearly not of black people. No. But yeah. Well, thanks for giving it a listen. I understand why you're not really into it. And like he's not like my guy. Like I don't want it to sound like I'm out here like going to bat for him, because like it's really not that big of a deal. Right. I just think his podcast is like informative. Mm. And I agree, it is really funny when he gets uptight about stuff that really doesn't matter. And he's like the left. Like Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I know that you don't want this to go much longer, but there's like one more clip that I just want to include, and I don't even want us to talk about it. Like I just wanted to end the show, if you don't mind. Okay. Yeah, sure. Wait, is there really nothing else that you want to talk about? I mean, I want to get into like some NBA stuff, but I don't think we got time for it today. Maybe next time. But yeah, I'm gonna send you this clip, and I just want it to be the last thing people hear before the outro. Okay. Can I get like a hint as to what it is? It's just like some out of context Ben Shapiro thing. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Thank you, Steve, for coming on. Yep. Subscribe to my YouTube. I post every single day. And love you, mean it. Enjoy the outro.
And the truth is that no pro-life person on earth would kill baby Hitler, right? Because baby Hitler wasn't Hitler. Adult Hitler was Hitler. Baby Hitler was a baby. Right? What you presumably want to do with baby Hitler was take baby Hitler out of baby Hitler's house and move baby Hitler into a better house where he would not grow up to be Hitler, right? That's the idea.
You really thought we were finished. We're not going anywhere. We're just getting started, baby. It's season 3 of Derapy. Let's go.
Yeah. 11 years old, getting bullied about the glasses. I used to be afraid to get caught lacking between the classes. And in high school, I was trying to impress the girls and they were laughing. But you gotta remember who's laughing with you and who's laughing. Wait, talking about being popular back in grade school, that's lame as hell. If I ever do it again, then I swear to God, just kick my tail. I should not be swearing. My mom's a God-fearing woman and I fear the man upstairs too, but he's cool with what I've been cooking. And of course, yeah, it's all up in the name of him, not blaming him for nothing in my childhood. Cause nowadays I got no real complaints and I've been smiling good. Never had to worry about the struggle of coming up out the hood. Cause now I just gotta be the man I promised Spice I said I would be. Going crazy on the beat like it's some bongos and I'm Donkey Kong. I'm my own boss, so don't you tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm feeling right like the Sprite with a little bit of strawberry. I'm hard-bellied, wanna get rid of the gut, but like the hard seltzy. Look, I love my white